National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. On the visiting sideline, you see head coach Matt LaFleur. His guys coming off the win last week to push their early season record to 2-1. On the Cowboys side, it's head coach Brian Schottenheimer. His team fell on the road last week trying to turn things around in front of the home folks here. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has a set. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Now an opening past the 30. On good return as he takes it across the 30. So the Packers come out and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still able to come out with a win. I think that's really a testament to this roster that they have built. Yes, you're going to need your quarterback to play good ball as the season progresses, but in the meantime, they are good enough around him that as he continues to find his way, this is still a tough team to match up with. This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
On the bootleg, it's Love. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10.
Down. Red, 30.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, the Packers turned over to Daniel Whelan to punt. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Whoa. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Cowboys come out and they are led out by Dak Prescott as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, 3-time Pro Bowler who is now 32 years old.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
They'll go again here with Williams. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Xavier McKinney up there to make the stop. 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Yes! They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. One's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The Packers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Cut, cut.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
He'll get this ahead for about 3. DeMarvion Overshow there on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Come on, set.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he will have a Packers 1st down. He gets 5 and needed only a yard.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Got it.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready. Ready.
We'll go play action with Love. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. That's on the former 2nd-round pick, Elton Jenkins.
Still 1st down.
Let's go. Ready.
On play action, Love. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring us 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down and 20.
Let's go now. 10 black. Set, huh?
They'll run the draw with Jacobs. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Ready, ready. Yellow, ready.
From the gun, it's Love. And this This is going to be incomplete, and it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
The return starts at the 13. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Cowboys offense ready to take over for their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down.
Here we go.
Prescott now. He'll get back to Javonte Williams. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 33, here's second and 7. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He keeps it himself, and he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but there is a penalty flag on the play. Tyler Smith, guilty on that one. On second down, it's Dak. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here we go. Yes, set.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Still first down.
Set. 52 blue. Cut, cut.
Now, Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Okay, right.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's second and 13.
Come on, set. 45, wide. Set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. 3rd and long.
Kenneth Murray on the cover.
Ready?
Here's Love. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
Daniel Whelan in punt formation for the Packers.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Yeah,
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. From the 35, here's second down and 6. It's another run here for Williams. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Third and 7.
Third and 7.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. And on third down, that ball incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. He's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. To return, it's Nixon. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
Okay, ready? Cut.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. And despite a nice juke, he's going to get a yard to show for it. Second down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 8. Love. He finds Jaden Reed for the ground. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Packers.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, set. Set, cut.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards
From the 46, here's second and 6.
46-yard line.
60 red. 60 red. Set, cut.
And this ball's going to be incomplete.
So there's a sense of urgency with these RPOs, especially in the NFL game, because your linemen, they're thinking it's a run, so you can't allow them to get downfield. So that's where this quick decision-making from the quarterback is so critical, and the timing of this one just wasn't quite right and falls incomplete.
Here we go. Set.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Here's Daniel Whelan now, as he is on to punt for Green Bay. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold. To a short return. The Cowboys offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they're going to him down up past the 35. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Yeah! Here we go!
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, here we go! I think! Go right in!
Now Prescott. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And a pretty good punt there. Fair catch, taken right around the 11-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Ready! Hut!
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And they'll get him down, but not before he takes this across the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. All even, 3 apiece, the score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Set, ready, set.
Running is Jacobs. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
5-yard gain.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On 1st down, it's Love. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Ready?
Throwing is Love. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Here we go.
Yards to go.
Yellow, 22, ready.
Now Love. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Donovan Ezeraku working his way in to record the very first sack of his NFL career. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Cowboys offense ready to take over once more. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Pooch it, you kick it out the back of the end zone, and I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember where a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2025. 3rd and long.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Dak to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Devontae Wyatt. What a first month he is putting together. That's his 4th sack already. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 6-3 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
On 1st and 10, here's Luck. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Here we go. Here we go. Red 38. Set cut.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Ready, ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. And now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
To throw is Luck. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
Here, ready?
And they'll try it now with Jacobs. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
A gain of 10 yards.
And everyone in the stadium knew where the ball was going, and it didn't matter. And we see so often these 3rd and 4th and short situations. There's such good opportunities to generate chunk plays, Mike, because you think how many bodies are up at or near the line of scrimmage, and it's exactly the case here. Keeps the drive alive. Nice job.
Set, cut. 52 blue. Ready.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest game.
Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stop him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
McManus on for the Packer field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
That one doinks off the left upright, no friendly bounce. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
You can see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
It's 3rd and 10.
It is 3rd and 10. Dak to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. On comes the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Ready. 33. Yellow. Punt.
The RPO. That one is complete. And he's going to be taken down to 37. That one good for 8 dozen. And a very quick 1st down.
On the double.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Black. 95. Ready.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up the 5. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and
2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. Greg and I, back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. This is green. Cut.
On play action, Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And he'll be forced out of bounds. 18 yards on the pickup there. 1st down, Packers.
On the set.
a gain of 18 on the play. 1st down,
Here we
Green
go.
Bay.
Red. 38. Ready.
From the gun, it's Love. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Josh Jacobs was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
Set, hut. 10 flat. Hut.
Back to the air, it's Love. Work in the middle, that's Kraft. He's got it. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Yellow, 43. Set.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. Now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. Love. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw a 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That's on Tyler Guyton, the tackle.
Still 1st down.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson.
Every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
He's got the open man. That's Jalen told you. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd, and they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd and short. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-point game.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Ready. Set.
From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Okay, right.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back.
Still 2nd down.
Set. Ready. Hut.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Golden. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will tie this game up here late in the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our trip across the NFL starts now. In Santa Clara, the Niners at home to take on the Jaguars. And it's Travis Etienne. The team got into the red zone, he gets into the end zone. A 10-yard touchdown run. The Jaguars bounce back from the loss in Week 3. They move to 3-1 with the W. Next up, why don't we go to Foxborough and check in on the Patriots? They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And it's Drake May. This is one of the best runs from a quarterback you're going to see all year. Off he goes. Lastly, let's go to MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants hosting the LA Chargers. And it's the veteran, Russell Wilson. A 17-yard touchdown pass. The Giants are into the win column after 3 defeats to start the year. They get the victory here. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in Week 4 as we wrap up the first month of the season. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. That man in Dallas, Brian Schottenheimer, his offense going back to work once more. Low-scoring game, all tied, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. On the play fake, Dak. Looking down the field there, but his ball's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll step up and run this. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the 1st down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On the carry, it's Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
And he lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. There's Matt LaFleur, head man in Green Bay as his Packers head back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll run the toss to Jacobs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. He's going to tuck it and go. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. 1st and 10.
A gain of 14
Here we go.
yards. And the
32.
Packers 1st down.
Ready?
Back to throw is Love. That one complete to Watson. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Arm handoff. This is Jacobs.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Ready?
A run here with the Bonaconda. And he will have a Packers 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
And the ability to continue to sustain these drives and maintain possession, these 3rd downs are so critical, Mike, because every time an offensive play caller gets a fresh set of downs to work with, there's just more opportunities to continue to try to strike deep and go to score.
That's to Kraft, the tight end downfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Penalty is declined.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Ready? Cut.
Throwing is Love. Working across the field. He spots Watson. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another 1st down.
1st down, Packers.
45. Right. Ready?
Here's Jacobs. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the 1st half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the 2nd.
Let's go. Black. 95.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
Headed left, buying time. To the goal line and in. Christian Watson, touchdown, Green Bay. That his 2nd TD catch of the season.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers will go up by 7.
Packers 13, Cowboys 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Cowboys offense starting to try it out for this next possession. They'll be looking to answer back. They trailed 13-6 and start this one with 1st and 10. That's out wide to Williams. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On the ground, this is Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
He's got a receiver, and that's Lang. Pickup of 15 in the air. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. Really nice physical run off the jet sweep. You traditionally think of these plays, Mike, as more of like a finesse play, more of a speed, just outrun everyone to the perimeter, but really nice job breaking tackles, and pretty easy to see why they want to get the ball in his hands. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
I think that's one he's going to look at on film tomorrow and want back. I mean, there was enough space there to get the 1st down. I know the ball takes him a little bit out of bounds, but he's got to get your 1st foot down, drag the 2nd. That's how they teach it, and just can't quite get it done. And you talk about having confidence in your kicker, Mike. I mean, to send him out there to kick from midfield, and what does he do? He repays you with that confidence with a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that was something else.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
On the ready? Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Black, 95.
On 2nd down, Love. This one up top for Dobbs. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Tried to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time. And it'll be 3rd down.
Come on, set. Black 40. Ready.
We'll go play action with Love. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Osa Odigizua. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down. On comes the Packers punting team. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. Trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Yeah, there you go.
Now Prescott. Quick shot caught by Tolbert on the slant. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
Yeah.
Dak to throw. Now a screen set up for Blue. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman to get out to lead the way.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback.
20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
On the double.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4.
Ready? Set.
Here's Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything. Because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Set. Set.
A 2nd down throw for Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
And it's been this elite pass defense that's made things very challenging for the offense so far, and that's only his 1st catch of the game. But, you know, sometimes, Mike, it's just that one play that gets you going, so we'll see if that's the case here.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Aaron Banks played his college ball at Notre Dame. Guilty there.
Ready. 33. Yellow. Set.
On play action, Love. He's going to go deep. Looking for Reed.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
Ready?
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
Let's go. Ready.
From the gun, it's Love. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Donovan is a rusher. He's in there to drop him, and it leads to 4th down. Packers set to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Here we go, boy.
On play action, here's Dak. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout.
Set, ready.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Yellow, set.
Love to throw. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
It's another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Ready, ready. Blue, 32. Ready.
He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Christian Watson. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, set. Hut, hut.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. It's up 3rd and 6.
Set. 10 plus. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
That's good for our Packers. 1st down. It's a gain of 20.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down. Love. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete. Here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Cowboys offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10.
Yeah! Here we go!
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. It's another run here for Williams. It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field.
Anger in punt formation for the Cowboys.
Take it in, back at his own 12. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
At the 36-yard line.
On the bootleg, it's Love. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready, set! Cut!
Now Love. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. That's catch number 5 tonight. And it's good for a first down.
And the Packers.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready. Black, 95.
Now Jacobs. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Packers, first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Packers.
Ready.
Running is Jacobs. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Love. This one out to Watson. And he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Ready.
It is 3rd and long.
And 13.
Ready, ready. 10 black. Ready?
They'll run with Jacobs. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you have to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Here's 1st and 10. Yeah! They'll drop to throw. He's going to air this one out. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Xavier McKinney. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
There's Matt LaFleur, head man in Green Bay as his Packers head back onto the field. Well, victory well in hand. Still a little bit of time left here, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to end this one.
33.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11.
60 red. 60 red.
So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. And with an open date on the schedule next week, we'll be able to savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at it in 2 weeks' time. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Arlington.